What's up, guys? Jacoby White here, and I'm sorry this video is coming out a little bit late, but this is my Arrow Season 5, Episode 4 video entitled Penance. And guys, I thought this episode was pretty good. Not my favorite of the year because it was a pretty solid episode, really cool stuff, and I'll get into it throughout the video. So, guys, I thought this was a good episode. I think Arrow is taking a really big step forward this season. And yeah, so let's just get right into this. The episode basically, Oliver breaks out Diggle, and while doing that, Tobias Church basically lets loose on the city. So guys, I have a couple theories at the end of the video. One being about Tobias Church and Wild Dog, and the rest are just stuff that's going on through the video. So guys, I first want to talk about the Diggle prison break, and guys, this was probably my favorite part of the episode, guys. This was awesome. So we basically see John Diggle in prison, which we already knew, but Oliver was so awesome in this episode, guys. It was kind of cool seeing him I don't think he's really suited up once besides the one little clip we saw in the beginning. So basically, we get Oliver undercover, and that was really cool to see him when he breaks into Palmer Tech. That was pretty cool. Plus, he's like, there's a break-in at Palmer Tech, and it was him. That was pretty cool. So yeah, so basically, we get to see Oliver break in, and the prison scene was awesome. It was the only part I didn't like was how Lila gets to control the jet, and it's like all perfectly timed. That part was like iffy to me, but it was really cool watching Oliver like perfectly time everything and break Diggle out. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I'm not sure what like the future of Diggle on the show is gonna be. If he's gonna be suiting up with the squad, don't know. But I assume that Diggle will probably eventually join Team Arrow in a couple of episodes. He's probably just gonna like recover and get back to his life and his family before that. And I think by the end of the season, the whole Diggle, I think maybe even mid-season finale, the whole Diggle fugitive thing will go away. So guys, the next thing I want to talk about is Roy Reagan, Ragman. So at the end of the last episode, we basically saw him quit Team Arrow and officially quit in the beginning of the video. And guys, this was probably the most negative thing I'm going to say about this episode was, it was rushed, but I'm happy that it was rushed. Because as of now, Ragman's my favorite recruit. I think while being a little like Powers a lot better than any of the other guys, I think it's kind of cool. He kind of stepped up as like the leader when I kind of stepped up as a leader and basically almost gave himself up for the rest of the team. And yeah, so I thought Ragman was the best we've seen him in this episode since, better than last episode. I still liked him more when he was rocking solo. I thought he was really cool, but it's kind of cool he's back on Team Arrow and everything, and yeah. Alright guys, next I'm going to talk about the interaction between Lance and the new DA, Chase. So basically, the new district attorney is Adrian Chase. I think that's what his name is. And he's the vigilante in the comics, just called the Vigilante. I think we're going to explore that more around like episode 7, 8. So, no, 6, 7, maybe. 7, 8's the crossover, but yeah, so I thought he was really awesome this episode. The interrogation scene was great. I honestly thought he was going to pull out his mask when he shut off the camera, but sadly he didn't. I thought Lance and him, like, the chemistry was, like, really good. I thought that it'd be kind of cool. It was kind of cool, like, almost like a buddy cop kind of stuff, and I thought it was really cool. Lance, he's Lance. I know sometimes his story could be kind of dumb and, like, kind of, like, sorrowful and sad, but I thought he was better in this episode. We got to see him not just lay on the couch and be an alcoholic. So it's kind of cool that Lance is getting back in the swing of things on Team Arrow, in the district attorney's office, in the mayor's office, and actually out in the Arrow Cave. So that was kind of cool when he picked the team up and everything. All right, guys. So the next thing we are going to talk about is what happened with Wild Dog. So at the end, we see basically Curtis gets knifed in the back. Tobias Church does like a knife or something sharp, and it hits Curtis. So they had to take Ragman and Artemis, which I'll talk about later, had to take out Curtis, and Quentin Lance picked them up. But we all see Wild Dog stay back and fight Church, and as we all know, Wild Dog was not going to win the fight. So basically, guys, what the issue with Wild Dog here is, like, he obviously, if you guys saw the little after clip, we know that he squeals to Tobias Church. I don't know if he's gonna physically torture it out of him or not, but I'm gonna do a reaction to that, to like the full extended promo. So yeah, I'll be doing a reaction to that, and yeah, so we do know he's gonna be tortured and tell them that Oliver Queen's a Green Arrow, but I have a theory why that's not really gonna matter. at the end of this video. So I think Wild Dog is basically, I don't know if Wild Dog's gonna live or not. So it's like a 50-50. I don't know if people are, I think it's based on the feedback right now, but I think they've already filmed the episodes. So I think we're gonna see Wild Dog live. I'm not really sure though. But, yeah, so it was a cool fight, but it didn't last long enough. Wild Dog got his ass kicked in, like, the first, 30 seconds. So, yeah, that was kind of cool. And the next thing I'm going to talk about here is Artemis. And if you see me looking down, I have, like, notes I've written and just topics I want to, like, talk about. So, Artemis is basically just Evelyn Sharp's, like, new code name. If you guys know in the comics, she's Artemis. One thing I don't get, I guess she's been training with Oliver to use a bow. Because, like, I don't know. She was just, like, pulling the bow and everything. And it was all working out, like, really good. And everything, so yeah. Alright guys, so the next thing I just want to like briefly touch up about is like yeah, so basically the thing I want to briefly touch up about is the flashbacks. This is the best flashbacks we've got in seasons, guys. The Bratva thing is really cool, but this flashback, especially that like little prison scene, was fantastic. So yeah, it was awesome, like the interaction between Oliver and the guy, and the way he just like basically just kills him. Like Oliver season 1 arrow, but more hardcore than that, like more hardcore than season 1 arrow. And it was kind of cool and everything, the way the flashbacks were. I really like how the flashbacks are like one scene just split between the whole episode. I think that's way better than how season 4 flashback works, where it was like almost a day was like a flashback. So I really like how the flashbacks are this season, very much improved over last season. And yeah, alright guys, so I just want to talk about like one more thing. And then we'll talk about a couple scenes I really did like, and then we're gonna talk about my little Tobias church theory. So, guys, a couple of my favorite scenes where I really did like the opening scene. That was really cool. And Oliver shoots the guy in like the knee, opposite knee than what he's looking at. Thought the opening scene was pretty cool. I liked the interaction between the newer recruits in the Arrow Cave. I thought that was kind of cool. And guys, the best scene by far was, and the most comedic scene was when they try to stop Oliver from going, and Oliver's basically like, "What did you just say? You're stopping me?" Yeah, no. And he basically just, like, beats the crap out of them. But the best part of that is the reaction. It's like, yeah, let's not try to get on his bad side, which I thought was pretty funny. So, guys, I really did enjoy this episode. And, yeah. So, guys, if you didn't watch, I recommend you watch this. I really am liking the steps that Arrow Season 5 is taking. A huge improvement over Arrow Season 4. So, guys, I just want to talk about my little Tobias Church theory. So, I think Tobias Church is probably going to die next episode. Because if you guys didn't see in the little mini promo, we see Oliver shot. So, I assume that's due to Tobias Church, not Prometheus, because Prometheus is an archer. So I assume Prometheus is going to kill Tobias Church next episode if Oliver doesn't. So yeah, that's just my mini Tobias Church theory, kinda. Yeah, I don't know, kinda. Yeah. So yeah, I hope they don't really, because Tobias Church is a really good character and a really cool character. So I really hope they don't kill Tobias Church off. Please don't. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and see you in my next video. Peace.